This is Concerto in A minor by Vivaldi. This is the third movement. And remember, this video is just to help you learn the notes at the very beginning. It doesn't join it up, and it's not up to tempo for performance. It's just how to get it and how to practice at the very, very beginning stage. So first prepare your posture. And to get the first note, which is first finger in third position, you can do that. So it starts with the up bow. It starts with the piano. That's the piano chord. Rest. 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 And the same thing quietly. I'll go a little faster. Your turn. Try that. And when you sound like me, then go on to the next part. That's how we do these videos. And the last B, you change to second position. Third finger here. So change. And the last eighth note, change to first position, third finger. So in your turn, that little section. Go to third position, F natural. And the way to practice that little part, to get it in tune, first you go, that's first position, but we don't want to be in first, we want to be in third, but that's just to hear how it sounds. Then you go back and forth, and then you'll get the intonation. So that little section, and then and two, carry to the frog, 1 and 2, and so that happens twice, that you carry it to the frog. Shift to fourth position, from third to fourth. And your turn. Okay, then rest. Solo. Rest. Rest. And rest. A lot of people forget those rests, so when you practice that section, be sure to put them in. And the same thing quietly. And slur. And your turn. Your turn. This is a sequence. Same rhythmic pattern, different notes. That's the note we're going to. Pivot. Listen to that part again. And your turn. And pivot again. Your turn. So all of those have a pivot. A crescendo and a pivot. Now quietly, and loud, soft, and then we finish. Actually, just do that section, and then, and that's very tricky. I'll do it in slow motion. You start your trill on the same E, but in third position. And we do that all in an up bow. And then up again. And joined up slowly. And joined up quickly. And your turn. and then it goes on. You'll have a recording, CD, of how this is all sounds joined up. Rest. Your turn. Okay, then we have another solo going on to page 2. Your turn, careful of the slur. And we shift to a D sharp. It looks like this. Your turn. Be careful here. Back to first position and stretch. So that last little bit is a little tricky. Be sure you do it many, many times. 2T. One and two. 1 and 2. Of course, that's all the same. And then the next solo. Is what we've already practiced, but joined up a couple of times. Okay, then comes the very difficult solo on page 2. You'll want to refer to another video I made called Fast Passage Work, how to do fast passage work. But in the meantime, we'll just go very slowly, bit by bit. Here's your C sharp. Your turn. Be careful to also put in the crescendo. Next part, we've just ended this loudly, now we're going to be soft. And here we have a series of half steps, so make sure that you touch. There's a very tricky one across the string between G and C sharp. And again, and yet again. And joined up for the phrasing, it sounds like this. If you don't put in those half steps, it will be out of tune. And maybe you won't hear it, but the audience will, so be very careful there. Again, half step. Shift to third position. And your turn. And then with the crescendo. Another tricky half step across the string. Again. And last time. You know what to do over and over again, tucking in that half step until it's really touching all the time. Okay, then the second part of that solo is some scales and arpeggios. Shift to second position. And your turn. Here's arpeggio. Go back to first position. And back to second. Your turn. Back to first position. Your turn. Just try that. There's a super super difficult place right here in bar 86. I'm sorry. You have to shift to third position. Then you'll be ready to go for the last 4 notes. And that's the end of this section.